We're also keeping an eye on conditions in Alamance County, very similar to what we've seen all over the place here. Snow removal is underway.
Well, let's go ahead and check in with our Giselle Thomas, who is in Graham downtown. Giselle, I mean, night and day from what we saw yesterday. It looks like a completely different city.
Yes, we are. And I tell you, we are getting so much back to a sense of normalcy here. I want to point your attention to this truck. I was able to speak to one of the drivers not too long ago who tells me that what you're seeing is absolutely what it is. You're seeing ice being put into the back of a dump truck. Now that is happening because he says that there's nowhere for the ice to go, and that just helps with that removal process. As we are expecting these freezing temperatures to come, they want to make sure that that ice does not have anywhere to melt. So that just helps speed up the process. And look at this street. You guys, this is on Main Street, and the fact that it is dry, you can see the lines in the road. Yesterday it was literally a white covering, and you couldn't see. It was a sheet cover of ice. Now emergency officials are warning people to stay off the roads, and they're saying that this process needs to be taken seriously because of these freezing incoming temperatures. They're saying that this dip in the temperature can make the roads dangerous, and it's one of the reasons why I ended up meeting one resident who said he ended up walking from his neighborhood to come downtown to see if things were open. He was able to find a general store where he got some items, and also he talks about how he plans to stay safe moving forward.
It looks like it's melting, just as long as it don't freeze over. I'm gonna be at home, because this ice, if it freezes over, it's gonna be ice out here, so it's gonna be slick.
Now over here on North Main Street, one small business says that it has 2 storefronts in Alamance County. Skids 2 says that it closes doors Sunday, but it wasn't abnormal since that's its normal closing day. What the hard part was actually getting to work today to tackle the ice outside.
It's been rough. I mean, we've had a hard time getting here in our other location. I mean, especially with all this ice. But last night it was worse, but they cleaned up real well, and I poured ice melt everywhere, so it's not gotten too bad today, but hopefully there'll be people that come out.
Now, something I want to reiterate, seeing here is so clear. Just know that it might not be like this all throughout the area. This is considered a primary road. But when you get into neighborhoods, I know that from speaking to that plow driver, he said that some of those places are owned by other entities that could involve the state. So they are in that process of getting like a second round of salt and things like that in those areas. It might take longer. It might not be this clear where you could see the road like this, but just make sure to stay safe. Make sure you're being careful. And again, if you do not have to go outside, it's best to just stay in and let the salt do its work. Let the workers and crews do what they have to do, because tonight, you guys, when that freezing temperature comes in, you need to be very careful, especially as we're going into the morning. Live in Graham, Giselle Thomas, WFMY News 2.